Here we go.
Here we
are
go.
back.
All right.
All right.
Some people have to urinate, and I don't know who those people are. I hate
I
them.
don't trust them.
See, I just use my pants, and it's so convenient. I don't have to ever go anywhere.
I actually went into your bathroom and pissed my pants, so now
Actually,
it's getting all over your
To
chair.
tell the truth,
I don't know why
me
I
and
did
you went
that.
into the bathroom and we scissored. We figured out that it felt really good.
It felt really good. I just sort of mashed my balls into Ricky's balls.
That's what we
and
did.
Then
That sounds incredibly unpleasant.
We rubbed the balls together.
it's okay. It was
up?
it was pleasant.
You know,
in
one thing-
its own kind of way.
One thing I will say, which was definitely a weird pornography scenario. It's something different than I've ever seen. It was like a girl, and like what she did was she had like the dude's legs up and like spread out,
What?
and was pushing him back, and then was like fucking his dick with the same pelvic motion that a dude would fuck a girl with, and it blew my mind.
What? I can't even imagine that.
Blew my mind. I'll have to show you guys that a little
Yeah,
later
go ahead and
because
bring that up.
it's actually pretty interesting.
Maybe we'll see a link to it right here.
Acrobatics. I would like to go to here.
Yeah, what is that?
That's
Ooh, that
it's
is.
the
Is that a place?
it's a place.
I like to go to places.
Yeah.
You were talking about with the whole
Vatican
notion,
is weird, as you can see.
the whole notion of hiding things. I think that's also like, I think all kids do that. Where like you even hide things that you don't have to hide just because they're yours. So it's your special stuff.
Well, why don't we read this little letter here, and then you can sort of figure out.
Figure it out.
Since you refused to hear us out this afternoon, your mother and I are putting this in writing so that we are absolutely clear. You are grounded for the rest of the month from social and telephone privileges and from using your car for anything except going to and from school. We understand what you are going through, but we can't allow you to continue with this kind of behavior at school. And clearly, once your privileges are reinstated, we can't allow you to have your bedroom door closed while Lonnie is at the house. This is the last word on the matter. Get it back on course so this won't have to happen again. I wouldn't say that it's as simple as you just have to hide it. Like she would tell she's 17 years old. She would tell her parents that she has a boyfriend because that's what they want her to have. That's what they expect her to have. But you know, the moment that it is a girl, it's not okay. So
Says you.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
That's what you said.
Hey, don't you put words in my mouth.
though. I'm just saying what you said.
Hey, don't edit it to make me look like bad.
But it's
voice.
funny. Like, no, I know
I'm
this
gonna-
is different, but like,
Don't give up on this, honey. Aww. I'm gonna throw this in the trash.
like I hid stuff. I hid stuff as a kid that had. Like no one would have cared about. Like if they would have stumbled on like what I was hiding, I'd be, what is?
Yeah, but why
hiding
do we
this?
hide certain things?
I think the notion of privacy is a big deal.
Yeah, but I don't hide, for instance, that like I don't hide other like quotidian mundane things in my life.
Well,
The
because you're an
fact that
adult. I'm talking about as a kid.
But as a kid, why would you hide anything?
I don't know.
Why would I hide the fact that I masturbate? Because I don't want to talk to my family about the fact that I masturbate constantly, 24 hours a day. That's not fair to my family. They need to know about that.
Yeah. I think it's interesting.
Actually, I remember one time. This is going to be a great story for your little playcast. I remember one time when I was younger, I like took a shower. It was like 30 minutes long, and I come out. My sister's like, Shane, what were you doing in there? Were you masturbating? And I said, yes. I was like 13 years old, and she was taken aback, and she said, what? I was like, yes. You asked me if I was masturbating.
That's hilarious.
Yes, I was.
But at the same time, your family wasn't exactly. I mean, you guys were a little more open and vulgar than a lot of people's families that I knew growing up.
Yes, but
Mine included.
yes, but not about sexual things. Not about like the little sexual awakenings that kids go through as they grow up.
That sounds pretty open.
No, that was also an unusual thing.
Oh, okay.
That was an unusual thing for my family. Like, okay, there was this little secret that I was like, I'm missing journals, and I don't know why, and here's why. So
Got to take the milk.
Yeah, this is like a little secret that I found out on the YouTubes. God damn it. Got it.
You have
First try.
You have to use the milk.
Huh?
Do you have to use the milk, or
No.
could you use any of those? Ooh,
Now you got ball. What do you do with
purple
ball?
ball.
Yep.
You put a ball in the microwave.
Gonna bring the purple ball up in this bitch. I don't know.
Okay,
Am I going the wrong way? I am. Shit.
dude.
Where's your
Sorry.
hands
I
at?
thought you had this on lockdown.
I don't have hands. Also, I read an interview with the developers. They
keep going.
Oh, sorry. They did not have the money to hire an animation person. So it was just them. So that's why you don't see any animations.
I want
Except for like doors opening and basic stuff. So
the doors are ridiculous in this game. They're like 6 inches thick.
well, it is an old mansion.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
No, big heavy.
Look how thick that door is. It's ridiculous.
A big heavy wooden door, man. What do you
Okay.
want? It's a mansion. It's an old mansion. Okay. Do you plug the ball into the AV cables?
Yes. This is the best.
What? What the hell?
That was triggered by the ball going through the hoop.
Yeah.
Oh, that is hilarious.
It's a little
Yeah.
Easter egg.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
That's one of the best Easter eggs I've ever heard of or seen. So I'm assuming the reason why the VCRs are missing is that part of the punishment.
Well,
I
could
actually
be.
don't know.
That could
I don't
be.
know.
Like no more porn for you.
It's a strange thing.
No more lesbian porn for you.
Yeah.
Well, that could have also been like a Super Nintendo. That was missing as well.
That's true. Although I did have some Super Nintendo ROMs that were porn.
Did you really?
Oh yeah.
Wait,
that,
did they have unlicensed?
that sweet 16-bit pixelated pictures of
so were they like those little unlicensed ones that they used to have for say the Atari 2600 where like
No.
Custer's Last Stand?
It was kind of like that. I think they were mostly, say, homebrew ones that people made on a computer, and
Oh,
they
no, it
just
was-
16-bitted porn pictures, and they completely useless thing to do.
Yeah.
I think that's a
But
tit or a
they-
dog's face. I can't tell.
Well, you could tell it was tits
I'm actually thinking of
and etc. But
I'm not thinking of Custer's Last Stand. I'm thinking of Custer's Revenge. Did you guys ever see that?
yes,
Oh, you've never seen that, Ricky?
I don't think so.
Okay, it was so one of the weird things about the history of video games is how licensing Atari. We didn't have the licensing rules then that we have today. We didn't have the laws on the books that prohibited certain developers from just coming in and creating anything they wanted for a video game console. So for the Atari 2600, there were a lot of developers who would just do their own little private thing. And a lot of games that came out for the 2600 that were sold on the market were just porn video games.
right.
One of them was called Custer's Revenge, and you know General Custer. You know you've heard of Custer's Last Stand.
Yeah. Mhm.
What it literally involves is a naked Custer standing on one end of the screen, and there are little like
There's
purple arrows
yeah.
raining down on him from above, and you're trying to get to the end where there is a little Native American girl tied to a post, and you're supposed to go up and just rape her.
She's
Oh my God.
she's
Yeah.
tied to a cactus. Actually,
She's tied to a cactus. Yeah. So
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
That was an actual thing.
Oh, cute little story she wrote when she was
Oh,
younger.
super cute.
Daniel finally came over to get his game.
Yeah, this is a
I've
touching
been dreading
little journal entry here.
Yeah, Daniel
He
didn't have
brought
game,
this story
which
with
is why
him
she
that I
ended up
wrote
with
when we
Lonnie.
were little. I
He
started
came to
reading
get it back.
And then there I was.
That's a
crying
movie
at
I'd
the
watch.
kitchen table.
I think this is sad. I think this
Yeah,
little
what was
story with
wrong?
her
I was thinking about
friend
how we used
Daniel
to
is
be
sad
friends.
because
Yeah.
How much you'd
because
taken
it's
for
like
granted.
it's you move away from friends and then you kind of
Instead,
forget
I
about
told him
them, but
about
then you
school
don't realize what they
and
remember
Dad
about your friendship.
Lonnie.
And she spends this entire game
how
essentially
sorry
saying,
I
"This
was
kid
that
is
I wasn't
weird.
his
I don't
friend
want to
anymore."
hang out
Oh.
with him or play games with him." And then
Story of my life, man.
Well, yeah, I know.
some
I'm not going to be
reason,
friends with you anymore.
I
I'm
almost
going to move to
believed him.
Ohio and then just say,
Well,
fuck all y'all.
I don't want to fuck you,
I don't.
so I don't care.
I don't want to fuck.
I don't
me.
care what you think.
I wouldn't want to fuck.
I'm
me
watching
if I were-
Custard's Revenge, and this is pretty disturbing.
It is very disturbing. Yeah, he just goes in there and he just straight starts raping the little Native
Yeah,
American
it's like
girl.
a pole, but it's green, so it's probably supposed to be a cactus,
Yeah.
but there's no detail in it.
Well,
Yeah.
that's Atari 2600 for you.
Yeah. So
I want my rapey video
Obviously-
games to have better graphics.
obviously, so this was around the time when video game crash started happening because all these consoles went in and oversaturated it, and Nintendo came in and said, we're going to do something a little bit different. And so they started having stricter licensing procedures and would not allow games like that on their consoles.
It's probably
so
for
there
the
were a
best.
lot of these like homebrew ones. I remember they had some religious games.
Yep.
Right, that were released, and you have to like go through special channels to get them. Some of them are pretty valuable, but they're fucking terrible from what I've
Yes.
seen.
There was one that was a Noah's Ark game that was actually based on the Doom engine.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, it was actually a pretty good game because it was basically a Doom clone.
So do you think the licensing laws, do you think that's a good thing, or do you think it's better to have?
I think it's good. I think
For anybody can create anything
well
they
because
want.
you can. I think that people can create anything they want now. You can. I mean, you have to go through certain channels in order to get it like approved. But I think that we are going back to that point when it's not exactly oversaturating the market because everybody can essentially be a game developer, which is
Right.
cool. Like I can pick up the tools, I can go learn, any type of like programming language I want, and then go and create whatever I want. I can learn Java,
Right.
I can learn C++, whatever, and then create a video game if I wanted to. I would have to learn a lot more than that, like art. I would have to learn how to be an artist, and I'm a terrible visual artist. So I'd probably
Me
have
too.
to commission somebody to.
That's the one thing I get so jealous when I see people
only
that are
thing I
good at drawing and like, wow, you could see something in your head and you could put it on paper.
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
So here we go.
magic.
So under the stairs, you can go under the stairs and find a secret
We
door.
agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever.
That garden hose isn't
we'd
plugged into
forget
anything.
tomorrow was
It was
gonna
used to
come.
strangle somebody.
It was. Yeah, there's a little blood there if you look real
We
close.
had a good
Oh my
time
God.
seeing
Yeah.
Oscar off.
I don't know how a garden hose cut
Then
through
ran
someone's
up to
neck,
the
but it
attic
did.
to look through our photos.
Is that really what happened?
To find one for
Oh,
Lana
yeah.
to take with
I
her.
think you're dicking with me.
I'm not.
Looking at
I'm telling the truth.
I realized
I love his
that
little
they were
books that
all
he wrote,
the
man.
past.
A message from our future. Save the
wouldn't
president
be
once,
anymore.
but within 24 hours, there will be another
what I was
attempt,
going to
and
do.
the lines of communication are down.
And I cried. And she held me.
Chris is over here getting something
She
set
said
up
she
for me.
knew it
Oh,
was
yeah.
hard.
He's not paying attention to anything, so any commentary I make, it just kind of goes over his head.
I'm masturbating
Yeah.
to the thought of these young ladies scissors.
What I'm really trying to say is that Chris is
So
Chris is kind of an asshole. He invites me over here to do this. He even drove me here.
Whatever.
To do it.
Whatever. Yeah.
That's a
shut
stupid
up.
looking couch.
That's a really awful couch. It is the 90s, though. They had ugly ass furniture in the 90s.
All that ass furniture.
Can we point that out for a second? Get some light going. It's dark in here. With
It's a
the
dumbass skull.
throw that skull into the painting.
There we go. I turned on a light.
All right.
That was I think she just talked about this skull in one of her little entries. She's like in one of her journal entries. It's like, Lonnie got this for me. No, I'm not going to put it there. I'm going to throw it.
No, put it through the basketball hoop.
Put the skull through.
Okay. Like half of this house is secret passages. Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. This is what I like to see. Little satanic action.
And why are all the lamps in these rooms knocked over?
Are they all?
Yeah, in the other room. Someone doesn't like the light.
Blinded
Who's
by
that?
the
That's
light.
Oscar, the guy who
Guy who made
Is
the
this
Zapruder
his-
film.
he's the guy who what?
The Zapruder film.
Zapruder.
Yeah, it's the JFK thing. Video thing.
I wish you could draw with the chalk. Fizzrite.
Ah, yes.
Here's a key.
The attic
Finally.
Ah. Now we're going to
The sunset
now we're going to see
light
some serious shit, you guys.
is the saddest
Dead
thing I've
bodies.
ever seen.
Everyone's dead, locked in the attic. But what, there was no keyhole in the attic,
I
which is
just
why I thought
want
it
to
would be.
sleep.
In the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs.
Huh.
I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up.
This thing with Lonnie, though, I think it's just a phase.
Right.
Of course.
She's gonna wisen up.
She's gonna grow out of it. She's
Want to
gonna-
find herself a nice dick.
You need to do that. No, I'm not gonna go and search in the attic. I'm gonna make you guys wait because it's fun. Because fuck you both.
Will you just go in
I
the
think
attic
you're forgetting
already?
whose Let's Play channel this is.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a guest here.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna play this music that you guys hate. Heavens to Betsy, you say? Well then,
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
playing some music. All right, I'll go up here. Fuck you both.
Now, where's the?
I did this. This is faster than I've ever done this. So I hope I didn't go through things too fast. I just
Dead. Are they dead? Lonnie killed them.
The reason it takes like 3 hours is because you actually sit there and read things, but I summarized most of it. So.
Way to go.
Let me see how many journal entries I actually got. Oh, wait. I did not get... Oh, I missed a bunch. Shit. I'm sorry, guys.
That's all right.
I missed a whole bunch of
Eh,
them.
who cares?
You did a good job. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Katie,
Turn that lamp on. That's what I would do.
I fell asleep in the attic, in Lonnie and my old spot, and I missed the first 2 calls.
And this is where they fucked.
Oh,
I just
yes.
barely caught the third one before the machine.
Yeah,
That is hot.
Chris is still going at it
They
over there.
grabbed a couple of
On a
scissors and
payphone.
they put them together.
She'd been on the bus to basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the
So
army and being
she
apart and
came
all of it.
back and said,
And
fuck
so
that.
she got off the bus. and
I'm not
said,
going to the army.
she
I'm going to
said,
run off with
"Sam,
you
I want to
because
pack
I'm a
up everything you
teenager and
can
that's what
and get in your
teenagers
car
do.
And come find me."
I didn't do that when I was a teenager.
But a lot of teenagers.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't become a lesbian and run off.
You
with
did
my,
briefly.
my girlfriend.
Does one
And
become a
she asked
lesbian?
me
I don't know.
if I could do that.
Maybe. If you weren't,
I'm going to go and
Yes.
become one of them.
if you weren't before, then you did become one.
I'm going to become one. Okay, so this is the very end. So I didn't get all the thingies and stuff and things.
Okay.
Katie, I'm so sorry that I can't be there to see you in person. That I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did.
No dead bodies, Ricky. I'm sorry.
It's
You
upsetting.
won't be sad.
I know you wish to see some dead bodies because you know when you play video games, really you just want to like
Now,
kill
who's
some,
the-
you
who's
just want
the
to kill
enemy?
some locusts.
Yeah, where's the
So
You just want to cut people's heads
like?
off.
We need to have somebody
You need to see some violence.
to defeat.
Yes.
Lonnie is Lonnie. Where's the parents at?
The parents went off on vacation together. See, I don't think I.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's evidence around the house. I was going through pretty quickly because I'm on obviously a time constraint, but the parents went off on vacation together, presumably to reinvigorate their marriage because the mother was apparently fucking Ranger Rick,
Oh yeah.
as evidenced by some of the correspondence between her and her old friend from where they used to live. And Sam ran off with Lonnie, and then of course you're just like,
Wow.
okay, well now I'm at this fucking empty house.
Look at it this way though. So the dad's dad was Richard as well, right? So not only was he couldn't live up to his dad's expectations, but
oh shit,
the wife,
is wanting to fuck his dad.
because he's not good enough, he can't live up to his dad,
Damn.
and so she had to she's like, this is what you ought to be.
She had to plow.
This is what I need to fuck.
This is what I need. I need to fuck a ranger.
Of course, like the dad is too old.
I need to fuck a Joyce skull. as
Dad
ranger.
dick is too old.
Yeah.
You know.
I need to. Yeah. And I think she went off to like a
Mock new
concert with
end.
the
Wow,
guy
this
and
shit is
everything.
deep.
It is deep.
This shit is deep.
Well, I mean, why?
I just don't get who the enemy is.
the
Like,
question.
who are we facing?
Who are we versus?
Us versus who?
But why, so I mean, like obviously, why place it in '95? Because it's much easier to
Right.
have.
Modern technology makes it a little.
Well, technology makes storytelling really fucking hard. And I know that novelists have had to deal with this because it's one of the least fun things to do while watching a film is to watch a shot of somebody typing on a computer.
Yeah, True. yeah,
Like
it's so
why,
boring.
you know, but we always have those dynamic shots now where they're like kind of
hold on.
focusing on the they're like it's like J.J. Abrams lens flare and watching
the best one. Hold on to your butts when they're firing up Jurassic Park again.
Right.
That was pretty exciting. Computer stuff.
It was.
because at least things were happening on the computer. It wasn't just showing people typing.
I also liked when they their operating system couldn't be just a standard one. It had to be like 3-dimensionally animated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they were flying around and entering the block of file. That seems to be
You
like
never
a
had
lot
that
of
happen to you?
extraneous coding just to make that work. So yeah.
So
That was Gone Home.
that was Gone Home.
We are home now.
I mean, okay, so what a lot of people were pissed off about when I was reading user reviews of the game because users, they always expect that. They said this isn't a game. Most of the criticisms were, I'm upset that it pulled a bait and switch on me. I thought it was going to be a haunted house or something.
Yeah.
And then it tricked me. But it really is a kind of haunted house. It's haunted
Yeah.
by the absence of that family, and it's haunted by like generations of
Right.
of self-abuse and bullying and kind of like self-torture. Like this idea that you need to be this thing and that people are telling you that you can't be this thing in every single context. So, I mean, I think there are a lot of like little identities on offer, and the house is a really interesting metaphor for places. We tend to hide things in a house. We don't tend to think of a house as being a living representation of ourselves.
Right.
I mean, for instance, a simple basic example of this would be I come home from Ohio and I expect, my room to be as it was. Right?
Right.
For my dad not to have indulged in his own fetish, which is throwing things away. My dad loves throwing shit away.
Right.
No, but yeah. So they got upset about that. They got upset about the fact that it was pulling this bait and switch on you, making you think it's this haunted house, and then it turns out to be a pretty benevolent narrative of a girl who runs away, and
Yeah.
the family, went along with went on their own little outing. Presumably, the daughter ran away after they left,
Right.
so they don't know yet. And then the other thing is, on a very basic level, this is not a game. All right, so what is this doing? What is it forcing us to think about what a game is? Why is this not a game?
We're not versus anybody.
Yeah, but there are still rules. There's still mechanics.
Us versus who?
Yeah, but it's still confining me, for instance, from going outside of the house. I still have to interact with everything inside. I have to do certain things in order to get into locked doors or to explore certain spaces of the house. It's still constraining action. There are still rules to the game. I can't die. I can't kill anybody. But technically, there is still a puzzle.
Yeah.
You guys know everything that happened to the family just by going around and reading little scraps of paper. So
There's nothing in my mind that would ever not consider this a game.
Yeah, I agree.
But there are a lot of people who don't consider it that, and they say it's not fun.
It's not an action adventure.
I don't know. I think it's fun in the sense of you're uncovering a mystery.
Yeah, it's like my mom when she plays video games, she plays those stupid Nancy Drew games or whatever.
Yeah,
it's precisely this shit. You go around reading shit and try to figure out puzzles and stuff. It's a game.
But it's a puzzle that happens in your head. So when this came out, it was very polarizing. A lot of critics loved it. Gamers, however, were upset by it. It's like, well, look, it's a narrative. It's a creative narrative. And what is it? I guess a more important question would be, why use a video game to tell it? You couldn't film this, I don't think.
Yeah,
Even though we did. But every time that was
Sorry, I could not hold that in.
that was gross.
I was trying to.
But every time I play this, or every time you play it, your playthrough would be a little bit different. You would consume it in a different order.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you took 3 hours, it's a very solitary experience, I think. This isn't one of those things where, obviously, we just created a video of it. But so now your viewers are going to be incredibly bored by my
I had fun with it. I had
stupid
fun.
analysis.
This was a fun.
Thing.
This was a fun thing, and I enjoyed the chat we had about it while we were going through this.
But this is exactly the kind of thing that makes video games so exciting to me is the fact that like they are going in these like weird directions that you didn't think that they could before, because and furthermore that something like this would become popular.
Right.
That people would consume a narrative like this. It's sort of telling that a lot of younger people are going into Steam and purchasing this. Like, and also, just from a teaching standpoint, it makes it a lot more plausible to develop a video game course, right? I could very easily have students, get Steam on their computers or something and just play it. Of course, I'd have to assume everyone has a computer, so
which
is
exactly.
a
unfortunate.
pretty good assumption.
Yeah.
Most people
Just make it a mobile app, and you'll be covered.
Not everyone
iOS
does.
and Android,
Actually,
and you'll cover pretty much everyone.
That's one of the big hurdles in college classrooms, though, is that not every student does have a computer because not every student can necessarily afford one.
Yeah, but they
So
have computer labs and stuff.
They have computer labs, and you can also check computers
They'll
out.
figure
It
it
would
out.
just be a matter of getting universities to get Steam on there as a client on there. But
But yeah.
I don't know.
Cool. Well,
So thanks for,
yeah, thanks for summarizing this game for us because I feel like it definitely went at a more satisfying clip having somebody who knew what they were doing. So
This is a very pleasing home screen, by the way. I really like the artwork and
kind of what I was thinking too.
the handwriting's awesome. The trees, it's
I think
really
the
great.
trees are the best part of this.
Yeah.
But
It's like they're left out of the picture.
yeah. But anyway, yeah, thanks, man, for coming and doing this, and
Thank you.
It was fun.
All right.
and we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.
See you next time. I won't see anyone next time, though.
Shut up, Shane.
Fuck you.